Baseball. Derek Jeter settling into the batter's box. New York 61-39. The Rays 55-46. These two teams right down the middle, 5-5 in the season series. Garza's first pitch of the night, and it's a fastball high. 1 ball, no strikes.
72 degrees in Tropicana Field.
Jeter 0 for 3 with a walk last night. He had 3 hits and a walk here on Monday night. 6th in the league in hitting. The pitch down and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Garza's second start of the year was against the Yankees right here at Tropicana Field back on the 14th of April. Also pitched against him in New York in early June. 2-1. 2 no decisions out of that. The Rays dropped both of those games, 7-2 and 4-3. In fact, that 4-3 game was against Chamberlain. That's a good pitch, and a strike is called. 2-2.
Yeah, a couple of good two-seamers right there. The one before that, a tremendous movement. That one was just right there at the knees.
Garza delivers, and it's lifted down the right field line. Gross on the run, and he can't get there. That's going to one-hop into the corner and skip away from Gross. Jeter's on his way to third, and he's going to make it standing up. That ball took a hop away from Gabe Gross, and that gave Jeter third base, a triple.
Typical Derek Jeter. They tried to go in, but you can see the ball ran over the heart of the plate. It kind of cut on him instead of went in on Jeter. And he was able to get inside it and do what he does best. Hit that ball in the opposite field. Once it hit inside the line now, Jeter's looking 3 all the way. And he's his own coach right there. As you see, he's not picking up the third base coach. He's just looking back.
That's his first triple of the year. So the Yankees have a man at third with nobody out. An immediate scoring threat here in the top of the first inning. Here's Johnny Damon. And the pitch is a strike. Damon has been good with men in scoring position. In fact, he has the best average in the New York lineup tonight with men in scoring position, 323. Breaking ball in off the plate, and the count is 1-1.
That's outstanding numbers right there, 323.
Fastball close. 2 balls and a strike.
Good effort right there coming up and in on Johnny, because he's been diving on the Rays. With that open stance, he closes up quickly, strides right toward the pitcher. Anything out over the plate, he's been extending.
And a shot back to the mound, and a one-hop throw to third. Jeter is back in. The bat exploded, and Garza managed to grab it. And let's see if he's all right. Boy, he had some debris back his way. So Garza managed to make the grab, and then one-hopped his throw to third, trying to double off Jeter.
Yeah, watch this. That's a good sequence right here. He goes right back inside on Johnny Damon. That's what we've been talking about. And Johnny hits it on the label. Garza spears it. And I think because he couldn't get a real good grip is why he short-hopped it to third base, try to rush it over there. Jeter's able to freeze and get back.
Oh, he was fortunate not to get hit and to actually catch that ball.
Yeah.
So Damon's out.
See Johnny making that move. Hey, that had some tail to it. That had some movement over right there. He's coming.
Now it's Teixeira, the right side of the infield, close and fully manned over there by the Rays. Let's take a look at that infield alignment in on the right side. Bartlett, Zobrist, and Pena. They're like a picket fence over there.
They sure are.
There's a strike, soft strike.
Well, this tells you what Joe Madden, his confidence in Matt Garza, because even if Teixeira drives one through there for a base hit, he's confident enough that Garza, with one out, can pitch to the heart of the order and minimize a big inning.
Down to first and through into right field. Jeter will score as Teixeira got it in between one of the diminished holes over there, in between Pena and Zobrist for the RBI single.
He just found a seam on the right side between Zobrist and Pena right there. See Carlos just crossing over, but the ball was already by him.
So a run home as Jeter scored from third. 73rd run batted in of the year for Teixeira. He's at first, and here's Alex Rodriguez. The pitch is a strike. Well, if you limit the damage to that, you're fine, because you got to score a run to win anyway. So if you're going to score one, you might as well score two.
Yeah, and Joe Madden took a shot at it. Like I said, because he has confidence that Garza can get these two outs without opening up a big inning. He took a shot at infield in on the right side.
In a bit, 1-1. A-Rod hitting .252 for the year. Checking that broken bat. Cataloging the bats. 1 and 2.
Well, the two-toned ones are the maple ones. I think that's what he was doing, cataloging the break of a maple bat. A problem in Major League Baseball.
Down to third. Longoria to Zobrist, and Zobrist to Pena. 5-4-3 on the double play off the bat of A-Rod. We go to the bottom half of the first. New York 1 and the Rays coming in to hit. Chamberlain. B.J. Upton's going to lead off again tonight for Joe Madden, with Carl Crawford second and Evan Longoria third. Then Zobrist continues to hit cleanup. Carlos Pena fifth. Pat Burrell the DH in the number 6 spot. It will be Gabe Gross in right. Deanna Navarro catching hitting eighth. Jason Bartlett ninth.
John Chamberlain on the mound for the Yankees since the All-Star break in 13 and 2/3 innings. He's pitched well. He's got a couple of wins, no defeats, and scored upon only twice. 19 starts overall. The innings pitched and hits. Innings pitched 202 and 2/3. He's given up 102 hits. That's obviously 1-1. And ERA is 3.86. The defense behind Java. Left to right in the outfield, Johnny Damon, Melky Cabrera, Nick Swisher. Around the infield, Alex Rodriguez, Derek Jeter, Robbie Cano, and Mark Teixeira. Jorge Posada behind the plate. The defensive alignment brought to you by Sweet Bay Supermarket.
E.J. Upton takes a strike. Chamberlain. One strike the count. 20th start here for Chamberlain. 6-2, and the pitch is inside. 1-1. Chamberlain had that no decision against the Rays and a 4-3 New York win over the Rays. He gave up 3 runs, 5 hits in 6 innings of that game. There's a strike. Upton is behind him, 1-2. Too high with the fastball. 2-2. Chamberlain, just 23 years old. And there's a one-hopper. Deep short. Jeter sets himself and throws. And Upton is out of there. 6-3 to start the Rays half of the inning.
He hit it so hard that Jeter had plenty of time to make a nice throw across the infield. But BJ squared that one up nicely. Swinging about better, coming in at 247 now.
There's Carl Crawford. It's outside. Carl tonight at 3-11 to start play. Coming off 2 hits last night. He had a single and a triple. Scored a run and drove in a run for the Rays. It's a strike and it's 1-1. One ball, 2 strikes. Down to third. Rodriguez up with it. His quick throw to first to Teixeira. Couple of ground balls. 2 up, 2 down in the bottom half of the first. Proud to present tonight's game in high definition from Tropicana Field. Tonight on Sun Sports. Bases will be empty with 2 gone for Evan Longoria. Evan's second in the league in runs batted in with 76, and he hits a ground ball. Cano this time. 3 ground balls around the infield. 1, 2, 3 go the Rays. Through 1-0 New York.
I guess what it really comes down to whether you are result-oriented or more of a process-oriented kind of a person or player. And I like the guys that are into the process, because sometimes the result's difficult to control in regard to you're facing a good pitcher or a good hitter or whatever. You just got to do your best thing. And I think when guys really take it that kind of mental approach, they have a better chance of being consistent for a long time.
Matt Garza out there for the Rays, and he drops the first pitch in to Matsui for a called strike. Matsui, the DH. Upstairs, 1-1. Well, that last outing for Garza, 9 innings, 116 pitches, 2 runs, 5 hits. He didn't walk anybody and struck out 9. Pitch popped up on the infield. Longoria from third makes the catch. That'll be out number 1.
Good fastball down. I thought the most impressive thing, too, Dwayne, the other night is when Holiday went out there, put a 0 up in the top of the 9th. Joe Madden did 2 things. He let him go back out there, number 1, and then Garza strikes out the side in the bottom of the 9th.
Yeah, and he struck out 3 very good hitters.
Yeah.
He got Aaron Hill swinging. He got Adam Lind looking at a curveball, a 3-2 breaking ball, and then he struck out Scott Rowland on a fastball swing.
Boy, that goes a long ways for your confidence. I thought last night, too, letting Scott Kazmir go back out there in the 8th. Joe's starting to stretch these guys out because you and I talked about this. The starters have to go deeper into the game here down the stretch.
Yeah, particularly as you get into August and September in the race, Posada takes the pitch high. I don't care how many guys you have in the bullpen, unless you get enough innings from your starters, that bullpen's going to be tired. And if these starters can give the Rays just 2 or 3 more outs than they've been getting, that's going to go a long way toward keeping the bullpen as effective as it has been. And again this year, the bullpen has been such a big part of the success the Rays have had so far. 1-1 the count. Breaking ball, a little bit low.
Good pitch, though. Good miss because it was down. Good over the top. Hammer for a curveball. Jorge's numbers are solid, 13 and 46.
2-2. Yeah, Posada's been so impressive through the years with the Yankees. He's been a solid run producer, and when he was out, they really missed him. They missed his presence as well as the run production.
Well, I've told you before, I'm impressed with his game calling and the way he's engaged behind the plate, helping the young pitchers and helping the veteran pitchers.
It's going to be a foul ball. McKelleher with the pickup. He could do that.
Yes, he could.
Their first base coach, that guy. I'll tell you, there weren't many shortstops better than he was defensively.
Good hands right there, Rick.
One out, 2-2, the count to Posada.
Oakland put up a 5 spot in the first inning against the Red Sox.
And there is a very nice pitch. Strike 3, Posada. First strikeout for Garza.
That's a nasty slider right there. This is why he gets lefties out so well. He's got this back foot slider, and that's a nasty one right there. Look at this thing, right over the plate. Good tilt, hits the inside corner, and then the bottom falls out. And the league's only hitting .222 off of Matt Garza. The lefty's only $190.
Robinson Cano. Good to the strike to him. Cano's had a good year for New York. His offensive numbers very good. He's 5th in the league in total hits. Factors out to a .309 average. And he's in the top 10 in runs scored. It's foul down toward the bullpen. They're well protected down there. give up life and limb and maybe the left hand. Two strikes to count. Two outs, bases empty. And look at that, another one, a nasty slider to get Cano. He got Posada and Cano with the same pitch. 1, 2, 3, go the Yankees. Bottom of the second coming. 1-0 New York.
For a player without going through waivers, and a couple of trades were made today around the major leagues, including Cliff Lee going to the Philadelphia Phillies. As we look at that trade, Ben Francisco out of the American League. That'll please Andy Sonnenstein, and there you see who the Indians get back from the Phillies. And also a move was made with the Seattle Mariners as the M's get a couple of guys from the Pirates, shortstop Jack Wilson and Ian Snell. In return, the Pirates get 5 from the Mariners. Only Ronnie Cedeno will be up with a big team. So, guys, as we continue here up to the trade deadline, our first Ask the Announcer question is the obvious one. A lot of fans want to know if you guys think the Rays are going to do anything between now and our next telecast. That'll be the trade deadline on Friday at 4 o'clock, guys.
All righty, Ben Zobrist takes a breaking ball for a strike. The bottom of the second inning underway. 1-0 here. New York leads. Zobrist to be followed by Pena, and quickly down on the count 0-2, checking with Doug Eddings on the location of that pitch. It'll be Zobrist, Pena, and Burrell. Well, the answer to the question, will the Rays make a trade? If they don't, I don't think it won't be for the lack of trying. That pitch away, 1 ball and 2 strikes. It is for the Rays, it is a balancing act. They pretty much like what they have right now. Could it be improved upon? Well, every team could improve itself, and that's what I think, Kevin, they're looking for. And for them to make a major deal, there's a liner caught by Teixeira, 1 out. It would really have to overwhelm them to give up any of their young players.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be impossible. But I actually think that they'll make a move or two, maybe not major moves, but moves to help the organization overall. And in terms of whether they make a major move or not, I think the chances are under 50% that they will.
Yeah, because the reason is, for me, too, because it's not a difference maker.
Pena with a high popper down into the left, and Damon had a little trouble picking it up again, but he makes the grab. That's the second out.
There's not a difference maker other than Roy Halladay out there. Cliff Lee is a nice pitcher. He's already gone. Halladay, I'm sure the asking price would be way too much. And I don't think Halliday's going anywhere now. I talked to Cito Gaston today, as a matter of fact, and his feeling was that Halliday's going to stay right there, especially since the Philadelphia thing is dead, basically, because they acquired Cliff Lee. The asking price was just too much from Toronto. So I think Halliday stays.
Here's Pat Burrell. Well, the Phillies opted for Cliff Lee, and really I thought the perfect fit for Halliday personally would have been Philadelphia. Pitch high, 2-0, and I really think it would have been pretty good for the Phillies, although they didn't want to give up the young talent that Toronto was after, and as it turns out, they didn't give up the players that they wanted to keep. Now 3-0 to Burrow, but I really thought a right-hander would have been a great fit in their rotation over in the National League, and personally a great fit for Halliday, had they been able to make the trade.
Well, I mean, there's guys like Jared Washburn out there. Seattle's most likely out of it now. He's pitching well this year, but I take the starters the Rays have over, no disrespect to Jared Washburn, I take the starters the Rays have. As long as, see, Kazmir, the way he pitched last night, that shows you a couple of things. Number one, he was engaged, he had good tempo, good rhythm. Number two, he pitched with confidence. So that tells me he feels healthy. If he pitches like that, these starters are very capable of doing what they did last year.
Yeah, Kazmir has pitched much better since coming back from the disabled list. That hiatus, I think, was good for him. 3-2, and Burrell is out on strikes. The Rays are up and down in order through 2, 1-0 New York. Every day, Rays beat writers Mark Kopkin and Joe Smith bring you thoughtful insight, breaking news, predictions, and a whole lot more only at TampaBay.com. Nick Swisher will open inning 3. Cabrera and then Jeter, the next 2 hitters against Garza. Pitch outside.
You know, continuing with the pitching talk, you get 4 number 1 picks in the Rays starting rotation. I don't think there's any other organization that has that in baseball. And then you've got James Shields, who pitches as a number 1.
It's upstairs. 2-0.
You know, the other thing is, I'm glad you just flashed right there, Gary, on Jeff Neiman. I wouldn't trade him. I know a lot of people are talking about him. asking me, what do you think of Niemann? I said, Niemann knows how to pitch. He's got a lot of value. You could pitch him at 5 with 9 wins with that curveball he's got, fastball.
There's a strike. 2-1. Well, knowing how is a big factor for him. He's a bright guy.
He had a lot of minor league innings too. He had 380, 400 minor league innings, and that helped.
Ground ball headed toward the middle, past the diving Zobrist. Upton with the pickup. Swisher is on to start the inning.
The only advantage of a guy like Cliff Lee or a Roy Halladay or somebody like that for the Rays is a veteran presence that you can kind of lean on and look to, like especially Halladay, obviously.
Yeah.
But that's not going to happen. And you'd have to trade,
more people than
a lot of guys.
You have to empty your farm system.
Yeah, you can't do that.
The Phillies didn't want to do that. I mean, you got to give them credit for that.
Right.
They're looking down the road as well as the future. Here's Cabrera. Pitch is high, and it's even more of a balancing act for the Rays in that regard to look at the present and the future.
Yeah, I think the one thing the Rays organization could have is a little depth in catching.
That's exactly right. And they're very well aware of that.
A real veteran type of a Zahn or a Brad Ausmus type, somebody like that would be a depth for you.
Crawford takes care of that. So Cabrera is the first out. Runner at first with one away, and we go to the top of the order, Derek Jeter. And it's interesting. I mean, that's one position where people are always looking for help.
Yeah.
And I think quality catching is more difficult to find now than maybe it's been in my memory. I mean, you talk to clubs, almost every club looking for some help somehow in that department.
Well, the Dodgers picked up Brad Ausmus. That's a really good compliment for them.
Bunt by Jeter, tough play, no play. As Longoria fields but has nowhere to go. Jeter bunts his way on. Jeter's no news. He's such a heady ball player and bright. He just picked the perfect spot to put down the bunt.
Yeah, you give him an inch and he takes it, and that is a perfect drag bunt for a base hit down the third base line. Watch him drop his back foot right here, right there. Perfect placement. No chance for Garza and no chance for Longo.
So 2 men on with 1 out for Johnny Damon. And the breaking ball to start him is a little bit low. 1 ball, no strikes.
Garza pounded Johnny in and he got him. He jammed him on the label. That maple bat, that two-tone bat. See his open stance, front foot almost out of the box, and it kind of creeps back in. Watch him stride toward the pitcher.
Fly ball right field. Gross is there to catch it. A tag at second. Switcher's on his way to third. And it will be first and third now with 2 outs. Well, another big bat to get with men on the corners. Mark Teixeira stepping in.
Yeah, with Pena having to hold Jeter on, you've got to play Zobrist way over, and he is. And he's actually deep on the outfield turf, about 15 feet. Bartlett on the second base side. There's Jason right here. And he's on the second base side of second base.
And the pitch popped up short right toward the line. Zobrist out there calling for it. It's a foul ball, and Ben Zobrist makes the catch down the right field line. 1-0 New York. under our wing. The new double crispy cheesy burger from BK. 2 plain broiled beef patties, crispy onions, and cheesy sauce for just $1. Only at Burger King. Limited time only price. And participation may vary. And by Gulf Coast Honda. Visit GulfCoastHondaDealers.com to find great deals on fuel-efficient Honda. 1-0 through 2.5. We go to the bottom of the third. New York leading. You want to see progress in a good young pitcher? We've seen it in Matt Garza. Take a look at this first pitch changeup to Teixeira.
Yeah, outstanding right there. 84 miles an hour. Looks like a fastball. Mark thinks it's a fastball. He gets it off the end of the bat. Look at that, way out in front. Right there. Just a one-handed swing, off balance. The weight had already transferred before he made contact.
Gross takes a breaking ball up and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Garza, a great job of getting out of that first and third. I mean, that bunt by Jeter made it first and second, then the fly ball to right put men on the corners, and that was a great first pitch to Teixeira. That's a major league pitch is what that was to get a dangerous major league hitter. 1-1 the count now to Gross.
Well, it looked like a four-seam fastball. You have the same grip with your changeup. You just take your strongest finger off the ball and you circle it, and you throw it with your third and fourth finger. And you throw it with the exact same grip as you would your four-seam fastball. And that's what the hitter sees. But it's about 10, 11 miles an hour slower with the same arm speed.
Jabba Chamberlain on the hill for New York tonight. Two and two. Foul back. It's going to be interesting to see what the Yankees do with Chamberlain. They said all the way back in the spring that their goal was for him to pitch no more than 150 innings, somewhere in that neighborhood. Well, he's got up around 105 innings right now. Full count to Gross.
Slider right there. That's exactly right. And I even heard the other day somebody said, well, I think it's 140 innings they're limiting him to. Well, that could happen by the end of August. You figure he's got 10 more starts, at least 11.
Oh, strike three call. Gabe Gross caught looking there on the pitch end. Second strikeout for Chamberlain. For a limited time, get your very own All-Star jersey. Autographed by a Rays All-Star only through HSN. Visit hsn.com/All-Star or call 1-800-284-3100 to purchase your authentic autographed jersey. Deanna Navarro. He takes a pitch, a fastball on the corner for a strike.
You know, the other thing with Jabba is, Chen-Ming Wong is done now. He's done for the year. And I don't think you bring Phil Hughes out of the bullpen. You leave him right where he's doing. He's doing a great job setting up for Rivera. Good breaking ball right there.
Swung right over the top of that pitch. 0-2.
So you might skip Jabba's turn on certain off days in August and September, so he doesn't have. You kind of minimize the innings down the stretch.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Two and two. Navarro signed originally with the Yankees. Only 16 when he signed with the Yankees. That was in 2000. Now still 2-2, and then in 2001 His first year in pro ball, started to climb up the Yankees system. Got to the big leagues briefly in '04 for 7 at-bats for the Yankees, and then was dealt to the Dodgers. Up and down between the Dodgers and their AAA club a couple of years, and then dealt to the Rays. It's fouled back.
Well, in those years, too, you're talking about with the Yankees, the two big prospects are playing in this game tonight. Robbie Cano for the Yankees was an untouchable, and he's their second baseman right now, having a super year. Hitting .309 coming in with 15 homers. And Deanna Navarro, who made the All-Star team last year and had a great year for the Rays.
2-2 now. And he takes a look at ball 3. Close, but the fastball was away. You know, that fastball, and Chamberlain has been 90, 92 tonight.
Yeah. Way off the plate. Overhead shot. It's a good 7-8 inches. Deanna able to hold up.
Forces another 3-2 pitch with the foul ball. This is the 9th pitch of this at bat. Now that's good for Navarro to see Navi run a deep count.
Yeah, he's seen all of his pitches in this sequence.
And a line drive. Oh, it's caught by Teixeira. You talk about hang time. Boy, that's a great play by Teixeira over at first base. I don't know. It was almost as if he were defying gravity down there by hanging around.
I mean, that looked like a sure base hit. I mean, that is just hit on the nose. Look at that leap and timing of Mark Teixeira. And he got up there. Wow.
Fires up Jabba Chamberlain a bit, robbing Navarro with a leaping catch. Teixeira. Jason Bartlett, and I guess he went around. He thought he might have checked. Slider is a strike.
It's 8 up and 8 down for Jabba Chamberlain. That defensive help.
There's a looping base hit the other way. So Bartlett is aboard. That's all you needed to do, Kevin.
I tried to jinx it. That's why I said that. No more Mark Burley stuff going on. Seen enough of that.
You're a powerful man.
Got to talk about it when the guy's got a perfect game going.
So it's a single for Bartlett.
I'd have been talking about that in Chicago if I did that game with you every inning.
What I did.
I know you did. I'm teasing. You tried. You tried.
Yeah. I mean, if he were our guy, I wouldn't have been talking about it.
I should have texted you.
Yeah.
tell him it comes from me too.
There goes the runner. The pitch is a strike, and the throw is in time. Cano taking the peg. Bartlett trying to get in head first is caught stealing. Pitch was up, and so we're through 3. 1-0 New York. Out of the fourth inning tonight, time for our Aflac trivia question. Aflac, we've got you under our wing. What is the Rays franchise record for most runs in a game? Yeah, let's try another one of those to see if we can match or break that record. Our Aflac trivia question. A-Rod leads it off here in the fourth. Pitch inside, 1-0. Rodriguez, Matsui, and Posada. Matt Garza giving up a run, 4 hits. A little popper into short right. That's going to fall in front of Gross. Rodriguez didn't hit it hard, but just hard enough to get it over the infield. Base hit. Let's check in now with Todd Callis.
Dwayne, a couple of more questions on our Ask the Announcer website Wednesday. Terry wants to know about Derek Jeter versus Jason Bartlett. He says they both have about the same stats. Why is one guy lead off and the other guy bat ninth? And also a number of viewers, the most recent Joey, wondering if you guys were concerned that Pat Burrell wasn't going to be able to have that strong second half to take over for what was a little bit of a disappointing first half. Guys, back to you.
All right. Well, we touched on that a little bit in the opening comments in regard to Bartlett and then Upton and Crawford. And, I mean, Bartlett has been so valuable to this club. And I think, and be interesting to get your take, Kevin, you know, no two lineups are the same. Here's Matsui going the other way and one hopping it to the wall. Rodriguez will go to third. Matsui is on his way to second with a double, and now the Rays in a bit of a spot here in the fourth. The double for Matsui is 17th.
Well, he does that so well. This ball's off the outside corner. The only reason he got it in the corner there is because it was up, but it had good tailing action. It was a good 3 or 4 inches outside when he made contact. If it's down, it's a ground ball. It was up, and it's a double.
Hickey's on his way to the mound to talk this situation over a bit. So with Bartlett hitting ninth, I mean, for the obvious reasons, he's the second leadoff guy here in a sense. And Joe Madden will tell you, and most managers will, once you go through the lineup, there's not a lot of difference as to where they're going to hit. But he stacks some guys there. For an example, he has Upton, who can be both a leadoff hitter and a run producer in the leadoff spot. And Crawford really, in a way, is like that, hitting second.
Well, as long as BJ makes contact like he's doing, he did last night, as a matter of fact, on 2 strike pitches, and he cuts the strikeouts down. I like him in the leadoff spot because he's explosive with the stolen bases. He's got explosive power when he gets through a ball. But he's got to make the contact. That's the only thing. And there's times you could put Bartlett first, but so far Joe Madden has just stayed with it. And BJ's actually been swinging the bat well for the last 5 weeks.
Here's Jorge Posada. And a pop-up, third base side foul. Longoria is there making the catch. So that's a very big out. He got a bona fide run producer there in Posada on the first pitch. Now it's Robinson Cano. I mean, I can see you can make an argument for having Bartlett lead off. You know, his on-base percentage has been great. You know, the other thing about Bartlett, though, he's been a great little run producer wherever he's been in the lineup. You know, he's hitting 400 with men in scoring position. Yeah,
I mean, he got that game-winning double the other night in Toronto on that great comeback, and he was coming off the bench the last couple of innings.
Cano, a chopper up the middle. Zobrist back to first. Contact gets the run home to make it 2-0. Rodriguez scores. Matsui to third, and Cano on the chopper picks up the run batted in.
That's a nice play by Ben Zobrist, too. He threw a strike over there. Cano's not a burner, but he is hitting from the left side, and Ben made a nice play. It's not an easy hop either that he got.
Now it's Nick Swisher. Swisher becomes a very important hitter, and 2-0 game.
Yeah, you like to save this run, keep it right there at 2-zip. That ball had a chance to sneak through because it had a lot of topspin, that one that Cano just hit.
Out and in to Swisher. 1 ball, no strikes.
You know, it took a while for Joe Madden, but he finally decided, I got to get Carlos Pena out of the 4 spot. Ben Zobrist is just too hot. So, I mean, if you feel offense is your problem, then you fool with it. You tweak it.
There's a strike. 1-1. Upstairs. 2 balls and a strike. Well, what I hear you saying is that it wouldn't be impossible to entertain the idea of having him hit leadoff.
No, not sometimes, depending on what happens here the last, 9 weeks. We're almost at the end of July. I mean, I saw Lou Piniella do it with Soriano, and he's down in the 6th spot, and Soriano's hitting. Nobody ever thought that Lou would change Soriano out of the 1 spot because Soriano said he likes hitting 1, but you're striking out 170 times. That's a lot of punch outs at the top spot, and if you turn the lineup over, that's a couple strikeouts a game.
And when you look at the Rays lineup, that is one area that could be of some concern. They knew going in they would have some strikeouts in this lineup. There's a strike at the knees, and it's 3-2. But they also felt that they'd have a lot of walks and a lot of deep counts, even from the guys who strike out a lot.
And they do. That's the other thing about BJ. He works the count well. And when he gets on, I mean, that 1 and 2 punch of he and Carl Crawford is not going to do better than that for speed.
A 3-2 count here.
And BJ did a nice job, though. Like I said yesterday, see, with 2 strikes, he just cut his swing down. He dropped a couple of base hits. Even if they're bloopers, that's all fine and good.
Swing and a miss. Switcher's out on strikes. That retires the side. The damage limited to just 1 run. Nice job by Garza. It's 2-0 New York, middle of the 4th. Aflac trivia question. Aflac, we've got you under our wing. It's the Rays franchise record for most runs scored in a game. Well, it's an anniversary of sorts. Twice the Rays have scored as many as 19. 3 years ago, they scored 19 against the Yankees at the old Yankee Stadium. They won that game 19-6. Randy Johnson started it. Cantu a part of that. B.J. Upton goes after the first pitch and lets the fly ball to center. Here's the first out in the bottom half of the fourth. Well, the Rays have just the one hit. Bartlett singled with 2 outs in the third, and then was promptly caught trying to steal. Only the third time he's been thrown out all year. Crawford takes a pitch inside. 1 ball, no strikes.
I was mentioning that Jorge Posada, watching him throw down between innings, has plenty on the ball, and that's what happened to Jason Bartlett. Yeah, Posada got rid of it quick and threw a mullet down there. His arm is all the way back. Great release.
1-1 the count. Pop foul the other way. Well, the Rays and the Yankees playing here tonight, concluding this series. Oakland's in Boston. Oakland scored 5 in the first. The Red Sox scored 3 in the first. Oakland batting in the third inning, leading 5-3. Upstairs to Carl, 2-2. Crawford 0 for 6 lifetime against Chamberlain. It's going to be a foul out of play.
Working fast too. The job is just getting the ball, getting right on the mound, and pretty much going with whatever Jorge Posada calls.
Roller, third base side. Rodriguez with the play. 2 gone now. The Rays Summer Concert Series, presented by Hess Express, continues with a big weekend. This coming weekend when the Royals are in town. Friday, Florida on Hip Hop Night, and then rock sensation Daughtry Saturday. As the Rays celebrate Heroes Night, visit RaysBaseball.com to check out the Summer Concert Series. As of yesterday, they had a few scattered single seats available for Saturday. Otherwise, it's sold out. Look out, right over Longoria's head. Evan ducking to get out of the way of that one. Hello.
Yeah, they're trying to go inside. This one right at his head. And the way Java reacted, it was not intentional, but it still serves the purpose, and that can get you fired up if you're the Rays. Don't tell Evan it wasn't intentional.
The high pop-up, short right. Swisher's still coming in. Cano out, and Cano's going to make the catch. Cano tried to track it for Swisher, and the Yankee second baseman wound up making the catch. 2-0 New York through 4. From Tropicana Field, we go to the 5th. New York with a first inning run and another run in the 4th. Garza through 4 has made 49 pitches. Chamberlain through 4 has made 49 pitches. Here's Melky Cabrera. First pitch is in there for a strike. Fastball to start the New York center fielder. Lifted the fly ball to left in the 3rd for the first out of that inning. This one is wide. It's 1-1. Little tap. Navarro with a pickup and a quick throw to first takes care of Cabrera. That's the first out. Let's check in with Todd.
Wayne, we have another question from a viewer on our Ask the Announcer website Wednesday. This was an interesting one. In fact, I didn't know the answer to this based on what I heard from you guys, but Luis wanted to know if during the course of a perfect game, if there's a foul ball hit and a fielder makes an error to prolong the at-bat, but then that batter is retired and all 27 are retired, is it still a perfect game even with that error? Guys, what's the answer?
Yeah, the answer to that would be yes. In fact, it would be a perfect game plus if you think about it. The idea is to get 27 outs, and in this case, the pitcher would have technically, or at least theoretically, gotten 28 outs.
No, it is.
Because of the error and the fact that it's a foul ball keeps the perfect game going. As nobody reaches, and that's the whole idea of a perfect game when nobody reaches base.
Right.
Well, no one would have reached base. In fact, instead of getting 27 outs, he would have gotten 28 because he had to retire one guy twice, at least theoretically.
Yeah,
the strike to Jeter.
It's still 27 up and 27 down, and nobody actually officially reached base, even though there's a foul ball error by one of the infielders or outfielders dropping a pop-up, let's say. So, yeah, it's still a perfect game.
Jeter takes one inside, 2-1.
Now, there's only been 18 in the major leagues, and
that's an interesting research project.
Yeah, we'd have to see if that ever happened.
It would be fun to go back and
anywhere
and check that out. Ground ball this time to short. Bartlett throws him out. 2 up, 2 down. It really is the rarest of the gems to have happened only 18 times in the history of the game.
Yeah, it is. And you've got to have a little bit of luck, good defense behind you. There's always one or two usually great defensive plays, and you certainly saw that in Chicago.
Has made an unbelievable catch.
Incredible.
Damon, the pitch is high. 1 ball, no strikes.
The one that I was involved in as a manager, managing Kenny Rogers in '94, Rusty Greer had to make a diving catch in the outfield, parallel ground off a pinch hitter Rex Hudler, and that was in the 9th inning. Also,
2 balls, no strikes. Yeah, he just couldn't let Rex Hudler break that.
No, not him. I never heard the end of it. That's
high. 3-0. Somebody's going to tell Rex we were talking about him now.
And we'll see him in a.
Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing him. He's
a week and a half. Yeah.
He's always a breath of fresh air. He's great to be around. The count. There's the strike. In fact, he may be watching now. The Angels have already won their game today. They beat Cleveland out in Los Angeles.
That's got to be pretty deflating for the Indians too, and their fans.
Damon walks.
You lose Cliff Lee. You trade CeCe Sabathia last year. You You may be trading Victor Martinez. He's on the block. It's like their last big chip. They've already traded Mark DeRosa to the Cardinals a while ago.
Now Mark Teixeira with a runner at first. Garza, who didn't walk anybody in his last outing, has just given up his first walk tonight in this game. Upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes.
You got to keep the game right here the way Jaba's throwing. Jaba's got a good rhythm going, and got to keep the game right here at 2 runs.
1 ball, 1 strike. Teixeira fouling back a healthy fastball.
Jaba's using all of his secondary pitches, which is what you have to do as a starter. He's using more curveballs and sliders. Fastball still good at 92, 93.
Up and in. Did it get him? It got him. So Damon goes to second. Teixeira goes to first.
Well, that might be a retaliation a little bit for Longoria getting buzzed, because that ball, they're trying to go in, but I don't think Matt Garza felt too bad if he came too far in. Definitely wasn't trying to hit him in the head, but I think that was a little message pitch. You know what? You got to like that. Because even if Jaba's wasn't intentional, it acted as intentional. And that's twice that Longoria's gotten one in the head in this series. I think that was Garza just responding.
And it's really great that Doug Eddings said, let's play ball.
That's right. Okay, he gets it. Doug Eddings gets it. Both guys came up and in.
Alex Rodriguez, and the pitch is up. 1 ball, no strikes.
That's what the good umpires do, though. Okay, now if somebody ups the ante, now you're going to have a problem.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, let the players play now.
1 ball, no strikes. 2-0. Navarro with a little preemptive visit with this 2 ball, no strike count.
Of course, these 2 ball clubs saw that last spring that the Rays aren't going to take anything anymore with what happened in spring training a year ago.
And I really thought that was a situation where Girardi, new manager over there, tried to pull his club together, and it really turned out to be a uniter for the Rays.
Yeah, it did.
Two and 0 now, the count to Alex Rodriguez. He blooped a single into right in the 4th and scored. And a strike.
That's a good 2-0 pitch right there, slider. 82 miles an hour. No cookie down the middle there for A-Rod in a hitter's count.
One and a foul back. Takes the count to 2-2.
Yeah, A-Rod got a pretty good pitch to hit right there. He was all over it. Got in a little bit. That's what the idea was, to get in on Alex, and it was up.
That little finish really helped it.
It did. It tied him up just enough because it had a little run to it.
2-2 and a foul. Out there with a slider again, and Rodriguez reaching out to keep the at bat alive.
Alex can go out there and dive, and he can get that low ball out over the plate. That pitch in that he fouled off, it wasn't a bad spot.
2-2. Fastball fouled again.
Yeah, that was a mistake right there. He's trying to go down and away. And Matt knows it. Quick swing right there by Alex.
Walk to the hit batter. 2 men on with 2 men out. Stepping out. Garza taking his time before making this critical pitch. 2-2. Oh, he just missed inside. Garza hoping to get the call on that pitch in. A fastball, and Joe Madden looking a little quizzical right there.
Yeah, that's a great pitch right there. It was inside, but that's great effort. Trying to tie A-Rod up. It was plenty inside. The plate umpire was right on it. His head's in between the hitter and the catcher, and his eyesight's right there. That's the right call.
So it's a full count. Time called again.
A little reminder with the runners going. 3-2 out. Plays the first base on the ground.
3-2. And the pop foul out of play. Look to him a slider there, 3-2. And Rodriguez again continues the at bat. Damon's the runner at second, and Teixeira's the runner at first. Garza over 20 pitches in this inning.
Well, he's throwing all fastballs and sliders, and if he could drop an overhand curve, that might fool A-Rod. If he can get an overhand curve over here.
And a swing and a miss. He got him. Well, all you have to do is ask. Rodriguez strikes out, leaving 2 men. We go to the bottom half of the 5th. 2-0 New York.
Geico quote of the game.
Don't.
No?
Easy with the. Yeah.
Really? Well, I mean, they're such a great sponsor of ours, but no.
Yeah, they're really great.
Yeah. Hey, look at you with your.
What? Come on, I know you have.
Yeah. How about you with your Rays gear? I mean, we saw you before the game down in Joe Madden's offense. You a big Rays fan?
Oh, yeah. Well, Joe and I go way back, so, it's just kind of one of those things where he brought me in, wanted to kind of show me around, and, we're kind of talking about maybe doing a minor league deal.
Really?
Yeah, and gave me a jersey.
Caveman, number 15, yeah.
So, we're in preliminary discussions right now, but...
So are you holding out for more money?
Possibly.
Yeah. Well, we could always use somebody who has, offensive and defensive skills. What position are you looking at?
I'm definitely a utility player. I can play anywhere.
Nice. Guys, the Caveman down here enjoying a little baseball. He's ready to sign up with the Rays. So maybe not a trade in the works, but maybe a new player for the minor leagues, guys. We'll find out.
All right, Todd. Todd's job is so easy. It's so easy, even a caveman could do it.
That's right.
Fly ball to left here off the bat of Zobrist, caught by Damon. Johnny Damon right there on the spot to make the catch. There's Carlos Pena. Well, it's a 2-0 ball game. Pena out on a fly ball to left his first time. A pitch, a fastball inside, 1-0. Garza again, a nice job of stranding 2 men at the top of this inning. The extended at bat with Rodriguez. He went 9 pitches in that at bat. Got him on strikes. 2-0 now, the count to Pena. When he struck him out, Kevin, I wasn't sure if that was a hard curveball or a slider, because it had some nice depth to it.
Yeah, it did. It had some nice downward tilt down and away. I think it was a slider, but he made sure he had some tilt to it and didn't throw a spinner up there.
It was a very good pitch, I'll tell you.
He really got on top of it well.
And he made some good pitches tonight when he's had to. And he got Rodriguez to lead 2 men on base in the top half of this inning. Now the Rays try to figure out Chamberlain. 2-1 the count. Ball 3 is inside. 3-1.
Those pitches in this sequence are pitches that Carlos has been chasing lately. And you were mentioning last night, he's so locked in the zone last year, he wouldn't chase those. Tonight, now, he's so far in this sequence, he's not chasing those.
And there is ball 4. He draws the walk. So with a man at first, 1 out. We'll remind you of the Rays Summer Concert Series presented by Hess Express. Coming up this weekend when the Rays take on Kansas City. Come out Friday and see hip-hop sensation Flo Rida in a free post-game concert. Visit RaysBaseball.com to get your tickets. David Price will be pitching that game Friday night for the Rays. Another good reason to come out. Pat Burrell. Pat takes a slider for a strike. The Rays still looking for Pat to get hot over a sustained stretch, as he is capable. And really, in this stretch here, the Rays they're trying to get Pena and Burrell going. Evans had some key hits, but is not as consistent as he was earlier in the injury, and he's trying to come back. There's a strike, and Pat's down 0-2. That is the nature of offense, but the Rays in June were tops in runs scored per game at 5.7. In July, it's been somewhere between 3.5 and 4 runs a game. And Burrell is out on strikes. I don't think he saw that pitch well.
No, that was
slider.
A tough at bat right there. I mean, he got all sliders down and away. It's not like Pat to get fooled. I mean, he works the count really well. This ball was down and away. And I think at some point you got to get Willie Ibar some at bats in the DH spot against certain tough right-handers, because the guy can hit, and he can hit for power. And I think you have to think about that as things get tighter here in this division. Because the Rays are 6.5 out of first place, and you're still thinking about first place, not wild card. Still time to think about first place, but you have to win every series now. The rest of the way, you have to win series. And you hope that you can cool the Yankees down when you play them face to face. But when they leave here, you hope they lose. But you have to take care of business. You have to win series.
It's a foul ball in and out of the mid of Posada. The count to Gabe Gross is 1-1.
You know, Dwayne, it's like I say when I'm managing a game, you start counting outs. You got 6 outs of offense left, or 5 outs out of your bullpen. Hopefully your starters go 7 1/3 or 7 2/3, whatever. It's the same thing now when the season starts turning over in August. Now you start counting days down.
Well, after tonight, the Rays have 60 games left. They'll have 7 with the Yankees after this one, and 8 with Boston.
Yeah, you're not at that
Since
point.
the break, the Yankees 10-2.
Yeah, they're 10-2. The Angels are on fire right now. The Rangers are playing tough still. And the Rays have a winning record, but you know, you got those hot teams ahead of you, and the Rangers actually are heading the wild card right now.
And the Rays have games left both with the Rangers and the Angels. In fact, they'll play the Angels on their next road trip.
Right.
And that's a ball. Gross held up.
Nice to get Aki back too at some point, maybe in September.
He's a couple of weeks away from a possible rehab assignment. With him back, it really gives the Rays even greater depth. Strike. Count is 2-2.
It's a tough pitch. Good sequence right there. Inside corner. 92 miles an hour. Watch this pitch right here. Tough pitch on Gabe. Yeah, that just paints it up.
Two outs. Pena, the runner at first. The Rays have had only 2 base runners against Chamberlain tonight. The single by Bartlett. He was caught stealing, and now a walk drawn by Pena. He's at first in the 5th with 2 outs. And the count is full, so this will give Pena a running start now on this next pitch. Ball 4. 2 walks in the inning. Two men on with 2 men out. Leonardo Navarro is on his way to the plate.
The Honor had a good at bat in the 3rd inning. He lined out on a great defensive play by Mark Teixeira.
Yeah, he worked the count deep. He saw 9 pitches. You know, that's a great at bat. Chamberlain had made only 49 pitches through 4 innings. 9 of those to Navarro in his only at bat. The breaking ball is a strike, and then he hit this ball that Teixeira just hung up. It seemed forever to make the catch on our Progress Energy energized defensive play of the game. It's been a big play for New York in this game. This time Navarro is behind in the count. fastball had a little movement on it.
Yeah, it said 91, but it had some jump to it. And that 76 curveball first pitch, just dropping it over, set that fastball up. 15 miles an hour differential.
It's fouled out of play.
That's exactly where Johnny Damon in left field's playing him. Fastball away. He's playing him, hugging that line down there. There's plenty of gap. Look at Johnny. And with the glove side being a lefty, it's tough to get one down the left field line, but there's plenty of gap out there in left center. You can catch up with one.
Pena at second, Gross at first. And a little pop fly toward the line and left. Damon just moves a few steps, makes the catch, and then retires the side. Rays lead 2. We go to the 6th, 2-0 New York. Matt Garza and Jabba Chamberlain hooked up in this one. Well, the Caveman has been named the Geico Ultimate Fan of the Game here. Apparently, that's not to his liking. Well, this can't go on.
Got some issues.
Yeah, some kind of identity crisis going on with the Caveman. That probably ruins his chance at a minor league contract.
I think so. Yep.
Hideki Matsui takes a strike. Todd Callis has a strange effect on people, and apparently after the interview with Todd, it really set him off.
Got him really riled up.
1-1 the count. Posada next, and then Cano. There's a pop-up foul ball. That's going to be out of play. The count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Boston batting in the bottom of the 4th, trailing Oakland 5-3. Adam Kennedy is in a home run for Oakland, and Mike Lowell has hit one for Boston. And Matsui is out on strikes. There was the the breaking ball. The curveball got him. One away in the 6th. If you're traveling and can't watch the Rays, catch them on your computer with MLB.TV, the ultimate baseball experience. 100 out-of-market games per week live on your computer, and the games you missed, well, you can catch those on demand. For more details, visit RaysBaseball.com, where baseball is always on. Here's Posada taking a pitch in. 1 ball, no strikes.
That was a nasty curveball to Matsui, didn't it? Matt Garza threw.
Well, he's used a combination of that slider and a curveball to get most of his strikeouts tonight. 2-0 now to Posada.
Change up right there.
Garza's had to pitch around a couple difficult spots, but he has limited the Yankees to a run in each one of those. When Jeter opened the game with a triple, eventually scored, and they had a big threat in the 3rd inning, didn't score, and another threat in the 4th when they scored 1. This one, a high pop up right side of the infield, and Zobrist is making the call and the catch. 2 outs.
Good comeback again, down 2-0. He threw a 2-seamer on the corner, and then a high fastball that Posada got underneath for the pop out.
Now Cano, he got one of those runs home with a chopper up the middle that Zobrist made a play on to throw him out. That allowed Alex Rodriguez to score. He had opened the inning on a bloop single to right. High foul. That's going to be out of play. You know, in that 4th inning, Rodriguez opened. He just blooped a base hit into short right. And on the next pitch, Matsui hit a pitch off the plate, and it went up the left field line for a double. That set up a 2nd and 3rd with nobody out. And Garza got out of that, allowing just the run. So he's really had to pitch tonight.
Yeah, he has.
2 or 3 situations.
And he's pitched well. I mean, he's very much under control. He's repeating his delivery. He's used all of his pitches, including the changeup.
0-2. Yankees have their 2 runs on 6 hits. The count to Robinson Cano, and he fouls it off his foot. Holds the count at 2 strikes.
Slider right there. He struck out Robbie Cano in an 88-mile-an-hour breaking ball in his first at bat in the 2nd inning. Very similar pitch.
So he'll try to shake that one off. Angels beat the Indians 9-3. Seattle over Toronto 3-2. That's a final. Kansas City and Baltimore tied 2-2. And again, Oakland with a lead at Boston. There's a look at the foul ball off the shin. Oakland now with a run in the 5th inning makes it a 6-3 lead on Boston. The Tigers have an early lead in Arlington, Texas. Bottom of the 2nd, 4-0. Cano about ready to resume here. Chicago and Minnesota, no score in the bottom of the 2nd inning of their game. Oh, 2 the count. One and 2. pitch count as he works 2 outs in the 6th. And a high fly ball hit deep to right. There's a mistake. And a home run into right center field off the bat of Robinson Cano. That's his 16th home run and makes it 3-0. A big home run for the New York second baseman.
Yeah, let's take a look. They try to go in. It's that slider. It's just a flat one though. That's a flat one, 84 miles an hour up. And as you said, it's a mistake, and mistakes get hit in the big leagues. Matt knows it.
There's Nick Swisher. Breaking ball down and in to start Swisher. So a 6th inning solo home run extends the lead to 3. Outside, 2-0. A fastball wide on the last pitch. In there, 2-1. Strike call. Fastball squares the count. Home run by Cano, the 7th hit of the night for New York. Now the count is full. Swisher laid off a 2-2 curveball.
Cano still bothered by that ball he hit off his shin. Even though he has the shin guard. Didn't bother him on the swing, though.
3 balls, 2 strikes. And there is ball 4. He missed with a fastball. Swisher's on for the 2nd time.
Yeah, plenty off the plate right there. Navarro doing his best to make it look better than it is. But it's definitely a ball.
Melky Cabrera 0 for 2. And a little looper into left, and there's a base hit. Swisher stops at second. You know, that's 8 hits for New York. Really only 2 of the hits have been hit hard. Teixeira's single in the first, he got it through the right side. And then the home run by Cano.
Yeah, that's exactly right. He's made a lot of good pitches, and he's pitched in a lot tonight and fairly effectively with the fastball, but that one just fought off and dropped into left field for the single.
So Jim Hickey out talking with Garza. Don't miss your chance to scoop up a little piece of Rays history. Bid on the 1998 jerseys worn by the Rays and the Oakland Athletics on Turn Back the Clock night. Proceeds will benefit the Moffitt Cancer Center and the Rays Baseball Foundation. Place your bid by visiting RaysBaseball.com. Jeter opened the game with a triple up the right field line. That ball kicked away from Gross and went for a triple. Now he's up with 2 outs, a run home in the inning, and 2 men on base at first and second. He bunted his way on in the third, grounded to the shortstop in the 5th. Pitch low and away. An opening slider, 1-0. Close. 2-0.
Yeah, this one just got away from him. Look at that movement. He's got a lot of tailing action tonight, as he usually does. Just ran right into Jeter, but he's had to work pretty hard tonight. And that's exactly right. That's why Jim Hickey's on the phone right now. He's had to get through some tough innings. He's at the mid-90s mark now, but it's been a tough pitch count night because he's had some hard innings to get through.
And a fly ball into right field. Gross is there to make the catch, and that retires the side. 1 run on the home run by Robinson Cano. 2 left. 3-0 New York.
In Tampa, having fun at the game. All the fans are enjoying it, and it's great.
Now, before the game, the only guy who almost could look you in the eye, Jeff Neiman, starting right-hander for the Rays.
He played basketball.
Yeah, he played a little hoops. And there you are. Here, we're looking at it right now. Tell us about the first pitch.
Well, I was a little nervous this time. I was trying to get it across the plate. I threw it wide, I threw it wide left, but,
Looked like you had a little slide or cut a little bit.
It cut a little bit. That was one of my pitches back in the day.
Really? Yeah. You were a pitcher? Uh-oh, they're messing with you here.
They're messing with me. I used to throw sliders and curveballs, knuckleballs. My best pitch was the fastball.
And how long did that baseball career last?
Well, it lasted until I got about 6'11", 10th grade, so I'm done.
Yeah, well, I think you picked the right deal. Hey, thanks for joining us.
I want to play baseball, though.
You want to get back in the game?
Yeah, I do. I want to be a pitcher. You know what? I'll be an umpire one day.
You want to umpire?
Yeah.
What you got? I think you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'll be the umpire.
Guys, can you imagine him back on the mound, 6'11", plus the mound, or an umpire? Why, after hoops, we might see him on the baseball diamond.
Hey, he'd call the high strike, that's for sure.
Hey, would you call the high strike, they said?
The high strike? No, I would keep everything low. Every time the tall people get up there, the strike zone is it's crazy because it's so tall. So You know,
So you would give it up for the taller guys.
I would make sure the taller guys get all the calls.
Nice. Back to you guys.
All right, great. That's really great. He's a baseball fan, too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He's been over here before.
What a great year he had, too.
Oh, boy, he is something else. Cano under this one, and Upton is out. Bartlett hit the foul ball up the right side that was caught by Swisher. Now Upton pops out here to Robinson Cano. 2 gone.
Casey's going. Is it that easy?
Yeah, really. Chamberlain has made it look easy tonight.
Yeah, he has. And he's got a low pitch count, only 74 pitches. 75 now.
And a ground ball that Chamberlain knocked down, but once it got past him, he knew he had no chance, and Crawford has a base hit. Only hit number 2 for the Rays tonight.
Yep, one hopper right back through the box. Would have been a clean single either way. Yama almost picked it though.
Well, here's Longoria. 0 for 2. He's grounded to second and popped out to second in the 4th inning. Popped out after Chamberlain threw a pitch right over his head. Pitch is a strike. Chamberlain leads the league in hit batters, by the way. He's hit 11 batters this year. There's a high strike. Wow. Dwight Howard called that one.
Yeah, that was a high stroke. Top part of the zone right there, between the midpoint, between the armpits and the belt. That's the top part of the strike zone.
2-strike pitch. And Longoria is out on the slider to retire the side. The Rays leave a man. We're through 6, and it's 3-0 New York. Chamberlain. Cano connecting for his 16th home run of the year in the 6th to make it 3-0, and that's where we stand as we move into the 7th inning tonight. Johnny Damon leads it off. The pitch is outside. Damon to Sheriff, and Rodriguez due up. Popper, right side. Zobrist out there after it, making the call, and the catch. One away here. For all the latest updates on the Rays, log on to TampaBay.com. From the diamond to the clubhouse and everywhere in between, you'll get in-depth news, stories, and scores 24 hours a day at TampaBay.com. Sheriff, 1 for 2, hit by a pitch his last time. Pitch is down. This next pitch by Garza will be pitch number 100 on the night. And it's wide, 2-0.
Yeah, 58 strikes, a little bit less than the percentage you'd like. You'd like at least 63 to 65% for strikes. And as I said last night, he's had to work hard tonight.
There's a strike.
It's a tough lineup to work against because they work the count so well. They're #1 in on-base percentage in baseball.
Cormier, the right-hander, Schaus, the lefty, and the Rays bullpen. 2-2.
Change-up.
And him out front. He got him with a change-up to end the third.
It's a nice pitch right here. Same thing he threw him back in the third inning. A couple men on, he popped him up on that change-up.
2-2. Just a little low. Baseball there, runs it to 3-2. And there's ball 4. So a walk here with 1 out. Joe Madden a little restless in the dugout. Alex Rodriguez is due up. Don't miss a minute of the action with Rays season tickets. Great benefits, including the best seats in the Trop and savings over the regular ticket price. Use them at the office for top clients or spend more time with the kids. Call 888-FAN-RAYS or visit RaysBaseball.com. Here's Alex Rodriguez. Strike. Rodriguez 1 for 3, looped a single into right in the 4th and scored a run. One ball, 1 strike.
He had to work awfully hard the last time against Alex to strike him out finally on that 3-2 slider. That was back in the 5th.
Yeah, that was a 9-pitch at bat to leave a couple men on base.
Yeah, he's had a few of those 8 or 9 pitch at bats with this Yankee lineup. That's why this probably is his last hitter.
1 and 2. Yeah, the pitches really started to mount up in the 5th and 6th innings for him. He had a 24-pitch 5th inning and 23 pitches in the 6th. As many pitches in those 2 innings as he did the entire first 4, but he also had to make some quality pitches in a couple of those innings early in the front 4.
Right. The difference in hitting philosophy, the Yankees historically worked the count well. In his last start against Toronto, we saw a lot of first ball fastball hitters like Vernon Wells and Rios.
Inside.
And when you have some 4 or 5 pitch innings, that allows you to go 9 innings like you did against Toronto. The Yankees are very tough. They don't allow you to do that.
highest pitch count this year, 120. Back in May. 108 right now. Oh, very close for ball 3. Fastball.
I think even Alex thought he was out. That's a pretty tough pitch. But once again, it is inside. You see Doug Eddings' eyesight. He's right over the inside corner.
Eddings has been good tonight.
Yes, he has. He got it right. Umpires are in that slot, they call it, between the catcher and the hitter. The ball was inside by about 3 inches.
3-2. Ground ball, third. Longoria to Zobrist, 1 over to first. That's 2. That's a double play, the second of the night. And we'll go into the bottom of the 7th inning. 7th inning stretch. 3-0 New York's.
Madden said a likely target date for him and Aki would be when rosters expand on September 1st. As Ben Zobrist leads off, another couple fans want to know, Dwayne, when Aki comes back, what happens with Ben Zobrist? And also, for Kevin Kennedy, Shannon wants to know, Derek Jeter and Jorge Posada have homes here in the area. When you were managing, did you make your players stay at the hotel, or if it was their hometown, could they stay at home, guys?
All right, there's strike 2 to Zobrist. He's behind in the count, 0-2. Well, the first part of that question, Barrage. You know, when rosters expand, that's going to take some pressure off the 25-man roster when Fernando and Aki come back, and I think a lot depends on how Aki feels and how his couple of weeks, if he winds up starting a rehab assignment, as to what his playing time will be. If he's healthy, he's got to play, and Ben's gonna play somewhere.
Yes, he is.
And they love the way he plays right field. The pitch is down. It's 2-2. He's done a great job at second base in Aki's absence.
Well, he's a starter now. Ben's a starter. He's got a chance to hit 25, 28 home runs this year, and he's hitting 300 as we speak. He's a starter.
Strike 3 call. He's out strikes to start the 7th.
Boy, Jaba's just painting it up tonight. He's changing speeds. I think Posada's done a really nice job mixing it up with him. And it's just a fastball in the outside corner. Paint. Take a look at the overhead on this one. That's off the corner. But see where the umpire's head is right here? It's different because his eyesight's over the inside corner. So you can get more in the outside corner. That's the slot. That's the same pitch that he got on A-Rod right, but because his eyesight's over the inside corner on the left side now, he missed that pitch. That was a ball. Ben was right.
Yep, he was right. And, he doesn't complain much, Ben, and if he does, you tend to think he's got a point, and he had one there.
Yeah, Ben, you're absolutely right. It's 3-4 inches outside. It's the exact same spot that ball that A-Rod took for a ball.
Pena lofts it into left center field, and Damon's making the call. 2 outs.
Well, that's the thing you have to know as a catcher. You've got more margin for error on the outside corner, left or right, because that's where the umpire's eyesight is. It's on the inside corner. And once again, they call it the slot. Their head is supposed to be in between the catcher and the hitter.
Well, I think Ben felt that he started the at-bat at a deficit because he thought he held up, and that pitch was a strike, called a strike.
Well, I agree with him.
And he had a couple pitches in that at-bat that he didn't agree with, and you can't blame him. The strike to Pat Burrell. Starts him with a slider. He's seen a lot of those tonight.
Sure have. Well, the question on players that have a place in town, even though they're with the Yankees.
Fly ball, right center field. Swisher on the run, though, and he makes the catch.
We'll get back to it.
Yeah,
save it. We'll tease it.
Absolutely. Don't go anywhere. Kevin's got the answer when we come back for the 8th. Wheeler tops and holds with 11. Joe Nelson has 7. Brian Schaus 6, and J.P. Howell 4. Beavers keep their teams in the game. You too can stay in the game with Just for Men hair color. Brian Schaus is the new pitcher for the Rays. On to face the left-handed bat of Hideki Matsui. We've got a moment here for the answer to that question.
Well, the answer is that I let the guys stay in their homes. I mean, it's just as if, your home base is in New York. The guys live at home, and if they had a home on the road as well.
High chop over the mound. Barehanded pickup and wide throw by Bartlett. Navarro's going to back it up. And that ball, I guess, did it go into the camera well area?
I believe it did.
Because Nobby picked it up, and that's the ruling anyway by Dana Demuth. And down to second goes Matsui. Joe Madden wants to know about that because Nabi picked it up, and if that ball doesn't go out of play, that's just got to be a base hit and one base.
Let's see where it goes. Yeah, it hit the camera guy right there, but he's sitting on the ledge, but nonetheless it hit him, and it would have got in there.
So that's a base hit and an error. And now Madden comes out to make the pitching change with Posada due up. So Xiao's on for one hitter, and we'll be back with a new pitcher in a moment on this Metro PCS call to the bullpen.
Pena now, and watch him stretch toward Bartlett, but not toward the ball. Right here, Carlos, normally if you got his feet correctly there, he stretches that way toward the ball, but I think he got crossed up a little bit with the feet. It was a tough play overall, and I think Carlos knows it. He could have stretched toward the ball, not toward Bartlett.
And that's something that's happened on more than one occasion this year, and I think you're right. Carlos is frustrated with himself.
Well, you kind of assume it's a tough play coming at you, and you're reaching out, and you stretch a little bit too soon before you read where the ball was. Especially being a left-handed fielder, that was his glove side. He normally is excellent at stretching, and it's just one of those ones that crossed him up a little bit.
So a man at second. Cody Ransom is running now for Matsui. Matsui reached on the infield hit and the error. And it's Posada at the plate with nobody out. Lance Cormier, a breaking ball, is hit foul outside of first. Strike one. Cano behind Posada. Garza worked 7, made 110 pitches, gave up 3 runs, 7 hits, struck out 5 and walked 3. Schaus and now Cormier, and there's a strike from Lance. 0-2. Into the dirt, blocked by Navarro. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, good ball, block to save it right there. You got to save this run for sure with 6 outs of offense left. Curveball hitting in front of home plate.
Navi blocked that one with his mask.
Yeah, that takes a nice soft blow right there.
Line drive, and it's a base hit into center. Upton comes up with it. Ransom's headed to the plate. The run is going to score as Posada on the 1-2 pitch drives a single into center field, making it 4-0. Posada's first hit tonight.
There haven't been many mistakes tonight, but this one was up for a 2-strike pitch right into the wheelhouse of Jorge, and he gets it by Ben Zobrist. And the few mistakes that the Rays pitching has made tonight, the Yankees have squared it up.
Now it's Robinson Cano. There's a couple of runs batted in, and the first pitch is a strike. Cano homered in the 6th. The chopper toward the middle that Zobrist made a play on in the 4th inning to get him at first, but it got Rodriguez home. But at the time was the second run of the game for New York. 0-2 now. That was a foul ball. But there was no immediate call to Navarro.
No, there wasn't.
To Navi's credit, he was not taking anything for granted. He jumped after that ball as if there were no contact. Two strikes to the count. Ground ball. What a backhanded stop by Pena. Out at second and safe at first. Rays get the lead man. What a pickup by Pena. They get Posada down at second. Pena to Bartlett. Cano reaches on a fielder's choice.
Great play by Carlos. He saves a double and probably a run. Make sure he gets the lead out. Very close at first base.
Pena togging with Demuth over there.
Yeah, very close. Take a look at first base here. Carlos. Boy. Cano was smart because he didn't jump at the bag. If you jump at the bag, you make it easy for the umpire to make the call. He just ran through the bag.
Swisher takes a pitch high. 1 ball, no strikes.
Kept his normal stride, ran through the bag, and got the call. I think he was safe.
Over to first. Backhand goes Cano. Cano doesn't steal a lot of bases, but if you don't watch him, he'll steal one once in a while.
Yankees as a club have 69 stolen bases. That's tied for 5th in the American League.
Yankees scored a run in the 1st, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 6th, and they have 1 in the 8th. Ground ball second. Zobrist to Bartlett 1. Over to first. They get the 4-6-3 double play to retire the side. A run scores. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 4-0 New York. day tomorrow. Tomorrow, followed by the Friday game, first of a 4-game series against Kansas City. David Price will start that game against Sidney Ponzone. We'll be with you in high definition on Sun Sports beginning at 7 o'clock Friday night for the first game of the 4-game series against Kansas City. With 2 innings left tonight, Gabe Gross opens the bottom of the 8th. Willie Ibar's on deck. He'll pinch hit for Navarro, and then Bartlett is due against Jabba Chamberlain. Ground ball. Cano right there for it at second. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's only 89 pitches for Chamberlain. 1 out into the 8th inning tonight.
Yeah, you know, and I was thinking about this again. We were talking very early in the game. How are you going to keep Jabba Chamberlain to 140 innings this year? He's already got 7 1/3 under his belt tonight. That's 110 innings exactly for him this year.
Yeah, and then
we're still
coming out of the spring. They're talking about no more than 150.
Right. So I mean that's all fine and good. You know, you have these limits on guys, but what are you going to do? Shut them down, put them in the bullpen? You got your bullpen guy in Phil Hughes. He's up now. Well, I don't think you can put those types of limits on guys.
Ibar, the pitch is a strike. Outside, 1-1. Navarro had gone 0 for 2. Willie, a soft liner down to third. Caught by Rodriguez, and so Ibar is the second out. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Come to the game Friday, and if Braves pitchers strike out 10 or more hitters, you win 2 pizzas from Papa John's. Take your ticket stub or log on to CaneStrikeout.com. Get a coupon for 2 free Papa John's pizzas. Double up your K's with Cane's Furniture's double strikeout night Friday when the Rays take on the Royals. Jason Bartlett takes a pitch down and away, 1-0. Jason 1 for 2. He has 1 of the 2 hits tonight for the Rays. 2-0. Carl Crawford has the other hit. That came in the 6th. The Rays have only had a man at second base once tonight. That was when Pena walked in the 5th, and Gross walked with 2 outs to push him up to second. Now it's 3-0 to Bartlett. Jason takes a strike, 3-1.
I think Joe Girardi will really protect Jabba, and if he walks Bartlett, I think he goes to Hughes.
There's a ground ball base hit through the middle, and Bartlett has his second hit tonight. Only the 3rd of the game for the Rays. A 2-out single gets Upton to the plate.
Clean single right here, 3-1 fastball. Jason just goes down and gets it. Rifles a bullet, 1 hop into center field. Posada giving him more time. Hughes is ready.
Dave Island, the pitching coach, out of the dugout.
Well, that tells you they're going to give him 1 more hitter.
Well, the Yankees take some time on the mound. Saturday afternoons made for baseball. This week, Fox brings you the National Game of the Week. Mark Teixeira leads his New York club into Chicago to take on the White Sox, while the Royals battle Evan Longoria and the Rays, or the Dodgers square off against the Braves. Fox Saturday Baseball this week at 4 Eastern on Fox. Check your local listings for the game in your area. B.J. Upton takes a pitch inside. B.J. is grounded out, flied out, and popped out. 1-1. Two strikes.
Couple of sliders right there.
I tell you, the slider's been really good for Chamberlain tonight.
Sure has.
Two outs. Bartlett at first. The 1-2, and it's popped up. Shallow center. Cabrera coming in is there, and he makes the catch. That'll retire the side. Rays leave a man. We're through 8 for 4-0 New York. Right-hander, he was very good tonight.
Yeah, he mixed in his fastball. He had a great slider tonight. Fouled the ball both sides of the plate, pitched inside. Curveballs, cleaned up. Slider there to get the last out in the 8th inning.
So we go to the 9th. New York leads 4-0. Dan Wheeler, the new pitcher for the Rays, their 4th of the night, and his first pitch to Melky Cabrera is a strike. He's put 2 very good starts back-to-back, 7 against Oakland with 1 earned run, 8 innings, no earned runs, 3 hits tonight.
And since the All-Star break.
There's a shot deep to right field. That's going to get out of here. An 0-1 pitch. And Cabrera hits one out off Wheeler to make it 5-0.
Well, one more for Cabrera, and every man in their starting lineup will have double figures in home runs. It's 9 for Melky Cabrera. The slider down and into his swing.
That's exactly where a left-handed hitter loves to see that baseball.
He got all of it. I was going to say about Jabba, by the way. I mean, that's 3 starts since the All-Star break. He's given up 2 runs in 21 2/3 innings since the break. Very
First pitch to Jeter to strike.
He's getting better.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I don't know how you could just say in the start of the season we got to limit him to 140 innings, 150 innings. He's pitching as well as anybody right now.
Foul ball, 0-2.
38, Brian Rooney warming to the Yankees bullpen.
43rd appearance for Wheeler this year. 0-2 the count to Jeter. And strike 3 call. Got him looking at a fastball. Johnny Damon. Damon 0 for 3 with a walk. And there's a fastball strike to him.
The Yankees have 5 runs tonight, but this has been all about Java tonight, shutting down a good Rays offensive ball club.
Foul the other way. 0-2.
Haven't been able to generate anything tonight offensively. Dobbins just completely shut the Rays down. Bill Hughes, I believe, still throwing down there. Is that still Phil? Somebody else down there.
The 0-2, fly ball center field. Upton going back, and he'll make the catch on this one. And retired Damon. So 2 outs here in the 9th inning following the Cabrera home run. We'll be with you Friday at 7 on Sun Sports in high definition. First game of the 4-game series against Kansas City.
Yeah, that's Bruni now with a 5-run lead. Hughes will not come in. Bruni, you mentioned that. He's the guy that'll be coming in the 9th.
Mark Teixeira. Teixeira hits a high shot back into center field. That ball is well hit, and that's going to go. Home run to center field. I think he hit a split. And Teixeira's just hit his 26th home run of the year. That makes it 6-0. Look at this.
And that has some kind of carry on it. It was up and out over the plate. Yeah, just about belt high, dead center field. He got all of it.
Here's A-Rod. Pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. So the Yankees have had 3 home runs tonight, 2 coming here in the 9th. With a run in the 8th and 2 more in the 9th. Ball 3 is outside to Alex Rodriguez. 3-0. The strike. Rodriguez takes the fastball. 3-1. Yankees now have 151 home runs on the year. And fly ball into right. Gross is there for this and makes the catch. That retires the side, but New York adds 2 on a couple home runs. They lead 6-0. On car insurance. Visit us at geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. 6-0 New York as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Brian Bruni will take over for Jabba Chamberlain, who made 101 pitches tonight and was very good. Crawford takes a pitch low from Bruni. 1-0. 2 balls, no strikes.
I guess if there's any good news tonight, you look at the other scores, because Texas is losing 8-1 to Detroit, and Boston so far in the top of the 8th still losing to Oakland 8-4.
3-0 now to Crawford. Longoria next, then Zobrist. A strike, 3-1. Side and headed back toward the corner. Crawford's on his way to second, picking up speed, and he's going to go for 3. There will be no throw. Crawford's in with a triple to start the bottom of the 9th.
That'll energize the crowd a little bit. That's what speed does. Crawford not even thinking 2. He's thinking 3 as soon as he hits it. Turns on a fastball into the right field corner. And he was looking 3 right out of the box, down 6-0 or not.
It'll be his 5th triple of the year. He now has 125 hits on the season. Evan Longoria takes a pitch too high, 1-0. On the verge of being shut out. Little leadoff triple puts Crawford at 3rd in the bottom of the 9th. was high. And he held up. 2-0.
The Yankees are going to get Mariano up. They're not even fooling around.
Dave Island heads to the mound.
They read about the comeback in Toronto.
We'll have the post game Rays live immediately following the coverage of our game. Island taking a little time on the mound while the Yankees try to get their bullpen up and running. Mariano.
Yeah, that's Mariano. Getting it ready.
And Longoria hits one a mile. That ball is gone. Evan Longoria on a 2-0 pitch hits it out to make it 6-2. Longoria's 21st home run of the year. And again, the Rays trail by 4.
Well, that's why Joe Girardi got Mariano up, even up 6-0. Didn't want to take any chances, and after one quick meeting with the mound, the first pitch after that, Longoria takes it way out. That was a bomb. Doubter.
Here's Ben Zobrist. Slow and in. Ben 0 for 3. Longoria hitting his 21st home run. He now has 78 runs batted in. There's a strike. It's 1-1.
That's it. That same pitch. It looks like it's off the outside corner, but they keep calling it on Ben.
Yeah, that's been a point of contention and frustration with Ben tonight. 2 balls and a strike. Justin Morneau leads the league in runs batted in. Started the day with 83. Longoria is second. And there's a little popper headed to short. Jeter makes the catch. That's the first out. Ben is retired. Now Carlos Pena.
Watching Mariano down there. He says he's ready. But they'll go hitter to hitter now. Another base runner. I think you'll see Mariano come in.
And you walked in the 5th. He checked on that pitch down and in. Slider. Same spot. He lays off. 2 balls, no strikes. Matt Burrell on deck. And a line drive, base hit into right center field. Now they crisscross, and Pena's on his way to second. Well, between Swisher and Cabrera, a little communication problem. That's a double for Pena, and that's going to be it for the right-hander Bruni.
Well, this is important because it eliminates the double play. Carlos hustling out of the box. And once it was boxed right there for a moment by Cabrera, Pena doesn't stop. So at least that eliminates the double play. On a ball hit on the ground.
So the Rays with 3 hits so far and a couple of runs here in the bottom of the ninth, trying to make a game of it. It's 6-2 now, and they have Pena at second with Mariano Rivera on. Well, the Rays did have some success against Rivera. Crawford and Longoria went back-to-back off him earlier. It was up in New York. So the Rays have found Mariano Rivera to actually be human.
It is amazing because he's having another fantastic year, but in 6 games against the Rays, look at that, 0-2. He does have 3 saves, but 8+ earned run average against him. But on the season, Mariano's got a 211 earned run average. League's hitting 196. This is amazing to me. 47 strikeouts and only 4 walks. Almost a 12-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio.
Look at that career line on him.
Yeah, his ERA this year is a little bit better than his career. People were telling me early in the season, oh, Mariano's not the same. He's done. I saw people on TV talking about him. I had to argue with him. The guy's been phenomenal this year. The Rays have done well, but his overall numbers are fantastic.
511 career saves. Pat Burrell will bat against him. Pat 0 for 3 tonight.
Inside cutter. That's what Mariano likes to do to right-handers. Make you give up on it and drop it over the inside corner.
That's 0 for 5 lifetime against him. Down in the count, 0-2.
Talk about being able to repeat your delivery. This guy does it better than anybody. It's a machine.
And Burrell is out on 3 pitches. So Rivera comes on. Strikes out Pat Burrell.
3 cutters, same spot, every one of them. Look at that. I mean, that's the black of the plate. If Pat doesn't swing, that's a strike. Anyway.
Now it's Gabe Gross. Frequently, it's more difficult for left-handed hitters than right-handed hitters against Rivera. Gross, however, is 3 for 7 against him. Inside, 1-0.
Must be great to call a game for Mariano. You don't have to think about too many pitches, do you?
That's exactly right.
Just which side of the plate you're going to go. If it's lefties, it's in. If it's righties, it's in.
That pitch is in. 2-0. Gross trying to keep it going. Rays are down by 4. 2 outs in the ninth. Pena at second. And ball 3 is inside.
Good take right there. By Gabe. He's got a good eye too.
Well, so often those left-handed hitters find that pitch is running right down the handle of the bat. Ball 4. Gross takes it outside after taking 3 pitches that ran in. So he goes to first. 2 men on. Michel Hernandez, who took over in the top of this inning after Navarro was lifted for the pinch hitter in the 8th. So Michel's up here for the first time. And he gets his first look at Rivera.
Mariano's 43rd game. That's only his 5th walk of the season. Versus 48 strikeouts.
I'd love to get Bartlett to the plate here.
You bet.
Hernandez takes a strike. Jason's had a little success. He's 2 for 4 against Rivera, and against this guy, that speaks volumes.
That ball's inside. I mean, that's a call, but that ball's inside.
Strike 2.
One thing Mariano doesn't need is help. He'll paint it up anyway. First pitch was way in. That ball's in also. Look at that. That's it off the plate. And, you know, Eddings has been good all night, but it's Mariano out there. So he gets the call.
1 ball, 2 strikes. It'll be interesting. You get a guy with a lesser-known name to make that pitch. He's not going to get that call.
Nope, that's a ball.
They'll go, well, it was around the plate. Well, certainly it was around the plate.
First 2 were balls.
Now it's 2-2.
He'll come back in right here.
Eddings should have a good look in there. He shouldn't miss pitches in there. We'll see. The 2-2. And it's fouled back down the right side and away out of play. Balls, 2 strikes, 2 men on, 2 outs. Rays have scored 2. They trail by 4. And this one is down. Well, what an at-bat here by Michel Hernandez. 3-2 now. Go 3-2, and he chased it. This game is over. Hernandez out on strikes, and the Yankees have taken 2 out of 3 from the Rays. For the Rays, they're now 55-47. We'll take a look at that final pitch. A swing.